Just got home from a great day on set, and do I have a story for you? So, for some unknown reason, I keep getting cast in a particular role, and that role is the guy who cucks Robbie Echo, another male performer. And I have no one can explain why we keep getting booked in this scenario. Now, give you some background about this. So, and Robbie and I are really good friends. By the way, he's a great performer, fucking fantastic to work alongside. He's hilarious, easy to work with. Now, the first time this happened, Robbie and I were actually part of a gangbang scene for kink.com. And Robbie, the script was, so Robbie's girlfriend, who was played by Whitney Wright, comes into my office and starts rummaging around in my drawers, looking for cash or something. And I catch her, and then I promptly start punishing her for going through my drawers and stuff. And then Robbie walks in, catches me sort of having my way with his girlfriend, and then he's there with his mates for some reason, and it proceeds from there. So that was the first time. That was the first time that I banged Robbie's girlfriend on camera. And that's not his real girlfriend, by the way. This is just his in-script girlfriend. What's up, Cashville? How you doing? Then, so what happened, though, on that set was we were all chatting during some downtime, and Robbie and me and Whitney all said, I can't remember who said it first, but someone was like, "Oh, look, I've got a scene tomorrow for Pure Taboo. It's really similar to this one. It's like a guy, cucking someone's girlfriend, guy cucking a dude by banging his girlfriend or whatever." MK, how you doing? And we didn't really think much else of it. And then, because we don't always get the call sheet stuff information, several days in advance. As a male performer, I don't know who I'm working with typically until the day before, maybe like 2 days before, in a good situation. So I might have a scene booked like a month in advance, and then I'll have no idea who I'm shooting with up until the day. The girls tend to know about a month. The girls often know maybe like 4 days to a week out, because they're the ones that typically, they go over their no list first. They'll go over the girls' no list. So a no list, for those who aren't familiar with that, is like a list of performers you refuse to work with, basically someone they cannot book you with. So everyone has no lists, and typically they'll look at the girls' no list first. They'll book the girl first, and they'll be like, "All right, who's on your no list?" And like, so and so, so and so. Fine, we weren't going to book them anyway. This is your male talent. Are they okay? Yes, and then they book us. So the girls tend to know who they're working with before the guys do. For some reason, in this situation, none of us really knew, and then we rocked up the next day, and lo and behold, we were all on the same set again. So in the second scenario, it was Robbie Echo was my son, which is kind of insulting because Robbie Echo and I are the exact same age. So they booked me as his dad. I'm a little bit taller than him. I guess I look a bit older. I'll have to start wearing moisturizer. So I'm playing Robbie's dad, and he's supposed to be, and he does this really well. He plays this meek, timid character, very unsure of himself character, right? And the concept is he brings his girlfriend, who in this case again was Winnie, right? Brings his girlfriend home to meet his dad for spring break or study break or whatever the hell. And then I'm playing like the jackass like alpha Chad dad character. Zul, how you doing, mate? From Melbourne. Good to see you in the house. Hope you're enjoying the lockdown there, mate. Jesus. I've been hearing a lot of things back home. Sounds ridiculous. So stay strong. So yeah, I'm this sort of alpha Chad character, whatever. And then the moment I meet his girlfriend, I'm like chatting it up, and I'm, being like not a creep. I'm basically hitting on her like from the second she walks in the door. On my own son, my stepson's. I think technically it was his real son. My real son's girlfriend. The moment she walks in the door, right, and then like script progresses, and she like walks into my office, and I start like pacing around her like a lion paces around a zebra, and then porn magic happens, and we have sex. And then Robbie comes in and catches us doing that. So 2 times I had been the guy who banged Robbie's girlfriend, and I thought the days were over. Definitely watching porn for the intricate, heart-wrenching plot. Well, look, most of us are perplexed as to why we film such in-depth plot lines. You guys don't realize, like, so if I'm on set for like 6 hours, 4.5 of those are done not filming the sex part. That 4.5 hours is done filming the dialogue and the setup before anyone gets naked. It's really crazy. What's up, John? Good to see you, mate. Shout out to Modern Life Dating. I can't mod you still, John. I'm logged in through StreamYard. Let's see if I can do this if I log in through my YouTube. Yeah, so we spent all this time like on the dialogue. So if anyone who's watching this who actually does subscribe to any of the websites that I work for, please watch the dialogue, because that's where we're spending most of our goddamn day. And it would be nice to know that all the work and all the effort we put in, and all the effort that the editors are putting in, all the effort that the camera guys, the director's putting in, at least someone is watching it, But the common thought is that everyone just skips right ahead, unfortunately. Where are we at? It's insane and unbelievable what's happening here with the gun. You're absolutely right, mate. It is bonkers what's going on in Melbourne right now. It is absolutely totalitarian at the moment. I'll tell you that right now. It is C, John, if I can. Ooh, add moderator. Boosh. There you go, John. You should be a mod now. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, it's absolutely insane what's going on in Melbourne right now. From what I've heard, Zul, it's what, 8 p.m. curfew. You're allowed only 2 hours outside of your house a day to exercise or to get essentials. What else? The state border is closed. You can't travel between the states. They've got police shutting down, like with riot gear, shutting down protests and things of that nature. There was I don't know if anyone saw this. There was a video that went kind of viral. This pregnant woman in Melbourne, the cops went into her house and arrested her in front of her husband and her kids, a pregnant lady. They arrested her for posting on a Facebook group that she was gonna organize a a peaceful protest against the lockdown. She got arrested for doing that. So that is Melbourne right now, people. It is not a good place to be, and I'm very glad I'm not there right now. And I actually can't even get back in. Apparently the other thing they're doing is they've locked the border, and they're not allowing Australian citizens to leave the country unless they have express written permission to leave the country. Now that sounds a bit fucking creepy to me, if you ask me. Yeah, don't forget, smash that like button. As John has said, I'm going to give John a nice little shout out here. If anyone watching this now or in the future is interested in learning how to get better with dating, relationships, women in general, this man right here, John from Modern Life Dating, he will sort you right out. All right, so go check his channel out. This is what happens when you give your thumbs up, Sean. Well, actually, they're not giving up. That's the thing. We do have guns in Australia, but most people don't really know that. I grew up with guns, like we have them, but it's restricted to like farmers. Typically, you have to have a farm in order to even have a gun. But I grew up like in rural Western Australia. I grew up with like a rifle club. As a kid, we learned how to shoot guns. You know, learn how to shoot parrots and stuff like that. And so there are guns in the country, but we have epidemics of like knife crime in big cities instead, where rival gangs just stab each other, kind of like London now. But we've had it for a while. It does sound like a dystopia. You're absolutely right, because it is. Zul, yeah, correct. All that crap's going on. I think many people are wearing masks to protect themselves from COVID. They wear masks to protect themselves from police. Damn right, they wear masks to protect themselves from the police, so they can't be caught on surveillance footage and then arrested after the fact. It is just shocking. It is absolutely shocking, and it's all right, Affy. I'll give you a wrench. Everyone wants a wrench. You get a wrench. I get a wrench. Everyone gets a bloody wrench. You're lucky I like you, Affy. You're lucky I like you. All right. Where is he at? There's your little... Bam. You have a wrench now, Affy. Are you happy? Are you happy? God damn it, John. Get that smut off my stream. This is for conservative families only. I'll have none of that talk on my live stream. Thank you very much, John. Now where was I before I got distracted with politics and COVID lockdown bullshit? I was talking about me and Robbie Echo had shot twice, and both times I was the guy that banged his girlfriend, basically, for some reason. And I thought that trend had ended until today. I was lucky enough to be cast yet again as the gentleman who cucked Robbie by banging his girlfriend. And we filmed a little bit of a silly clip on set. I'll chuck it up here. Let's give it a watch. Let's turn that volume up a little bit. Hey, Robbie.
Hey.
What happened when we shot for kink that one time?
You fucked my girlfriend.
And what happened when we shot for Pure Taboo?
You fucked my girlfriend.
What's happening today?
Oh, shit. You're fucking my girlfriend. Girlfriend?
I love my job. I absolutely love it. Like, you can't beat this. It's just fantastic. And that young lady is Vanessa Vega. For you guys, anyone who's interested, she is fan-bloody-tastic. And yeah, we've got to have a great scene. So today's plot was I crashed at Robbie's house. I'm his best friend, apparently. Crashed on his couch, hungover. She walks in, finds him hungover with morning wood. And Robbie's not in the house. And porn magic happens, as it always does. I would really love one day to see pornography with ramifications. Like boyfriend walks in, catches it. In this particular script, Robbie walked back in, caught us banging. I somehow talk my way out of it, and he goes to cry in his bedroom. So, I'm a pretty persuasive guy. But I'd love to see somebody write porn scripts one day where there's actual consequences to people being irresponsible. I feel like that would be far more entertaining. Like Robbie walks in, catches me cheating on her, and then the next scene is all of her shit on the sidewalk. Like that's far more realistic, in my opinion. Or at least it should be. We should normalize that kind of shit, right? There's a reason that that most men in the Western world are complete pussies. It's because they're living their life like it's a porno. They're expecting to get cucked. All right, let's start writing porns where if a dude gets cucked, he says "screw you," divorces the girl, takes the kids, pisses off, or something like that. All right. Now, sometimes art imitates life, and in this particular instance, I'm gonna bring you guys back to a story from when I was not a adult entertainer. I was just a regular cad, and I met this one girl at a bar once, and we hit it off. Didn't bring her back to my place that same night, but got her number. She kept telling me she had a boyfriend. I didn't really believe her. So I was texting her or whatever, convinced her to come round to my place like a couple of days later. She came over, started making out with her on the couch. She kept saying, look, I got a boyfriend. I'm like, yeah. Making out. We end up having sex. Turns out she actually did have a boyfriend. And I didn't really have very strong morals back when I was like 25. If I'm going to be completely honest with myself. I mean, look, I could probably be honest with myself right now and say I don't really have great morals either. But there was something about this chick. She was annoying but hot. And I don't mean that in the sense that she was like the crazy hot scale. I mean that like there was something about her arrogance that actually kind of turned me on, and she had this really, for some reason, she had this impression about me that I was like a complete and total lady killer. Like every woman who laid eyes on me would jump on my dick from across the room. That was her impression of me, just because I'd done it to her, which is pretty typical. But so what ended up happening was I was seeing this chick for like probably a good like 6 months. We'd be banging like, once or twice a week. And the text messages would always be like, I don't want to see you. You're ruining my relationship with my boyfriend. And then like later that night, can I come over? It was just that on repeat for like 6 months. Her basically like admitting that she was a piece of shit to her boyfriend and then coming and sleeping with me. And then what ended up happening, she got so brazen about it that she would have me over to her place, which she actually lived in and shared with her boyfriend when he was out of town or he was just at work for the night. She'd have me over and we'd bang in their bed, like their actual, obviously not marital bed, but their relationship bed. And they were actually engaged to get married. So it was sort of a fiance situation. But she kept having me over to her house when he was out of the house, and she got more and more brazen. She had her dad's Cadillac. I think was it a Cadillac or a Corvette? I'm not a car guy, to be perfectly honest. Couldn't care less. But some flashy pants, eye-catching car. Let's say that. But it was a dad's car, and I believe he lent it to her so her fiance could like drive her around in it and stuff. Instead, she came over to my place and drove me around in it, up and down Scarborough Beach back in Perth, with the top down, looking like an absolute pimp. And then she would take me out to dinners and because her dad was like rich, so she'd kind of spoil me all the time. Not really a sugar mama situation, because she was probably 1 or 2 years older than me at the time, I think. But basically, just like would pretty much do anything just to keep me around. And I'll tell you how. Thank you, MK. is some legit shit right there. Yes, Streamwalker confirmed 100%. But I'll tell you how it ended, and it was the funniest way for this situation. This let's borrow a phrase from Will Smith. This entanglement. It was a very funny way for this to end, because for all the things like, and I've been calling her out the whole time, like, you're a piece of shit. Yeah, maybe not using that such harsh language, but like, you're really terrible to your boyfriend. You should probably break up with him. It's like, no, blah blah blah. It got to a point where she came over one night, and I like I said before, she was annoyingly hot, but it started to wear on me after 6 months. It got to the point where I was like, oh, like, I really don't want to like put my penis in this person anymore. Like, they're that bad of a person. And oddly enough, actually, let's segue into another interesting little point here. This was the first time that I ever actually tried Viagra. And it was because there was one night where she stumbled in my house drunk as a skunk and just acted like an idiot. And that pissed me off. And then she demanded that I have sex with her. And it was just so annoying that old mate downstairs just didn't want to play ball. And I was like, oh, crap. Maybe I've got some problems. Went to a doctor, got some Viagra. And then the next time she came around, acting like an idiot, doing the same thing, I was like, all right, let's take like a bit of this little blue pill. Didn't do a goddamn thing. I just hated her, basically. Now, the lesson here is, and this is something most people don't actually realize about the little blue pill, about Viagra, is that it doesn't give you a boner. It keeps it there for longer. That's the difference. It doesn't make you horny. It doesn't magically make you excited to have sex with the person in front of you. It doesn't do that. It just keeps it around for a lot longer than it normally would. So there you go. But once that happened, once I'd tried that little quarter of a pill or whatever of Viagra on this chick, and nothing happened, I was like, oh, I must really not like this girl. I should probably stop seeing her. And then, lo and behold, for some reason, I kept banging her. But it got to one night, and where this ended. She was acting like an idiot again, mid-sex. I told her, man, you really act like a spoiled brat sometimes. And that was it. That was the trigger. She like jumped off me. Like, what? You are such an asshole. Shoved her, brushed all her clothes back on and stormed out the door. And I never saw from her again. But to think of all the things I'd been calling her out on the entire time, to call her a spoiled brat was one little trigger. A little bit too close to home, I think. So there we have it. I am a homewrecker. Not proud of that fact, but it's just who I am. I've got to come to terms with it. I'm a homewrecker, both on in real life and on the fake video screen of the adult entertainment industry. So that'll do for the show today. Got another scene tomorrow. We're looking for tomorrow. Tomorrow I am shooting for the French company Dorsel. For anyone who knows the company Dorsel, for some weird reason, they make you wear condoms during the sex part of the video, right? But they make you not wear condoms when you're doing sex for the photographs. Makes no sense. That's the French for you. Anyway, that'll do us for tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you again tomorrow night. You enjoy yourself.